Atomic Habits Summary in 5 minutes. Atomic Habits is a practical and insightful guide to building good habits, breaking bad ones, and mastering the small behaviors that shape our lives. At its core, the book delivers a powerful message: tiny changes, repeated consistently over time, can lead to remarkable results. Rather than focusing on dramatic transformations, it emphasizes the importance of small, steady improvements. The story begins with the idea that success is not the result of a single big decision, but the outcome of daily habits. Every action we take, no matter how small, contributes to the direction of our lives. These atomic habits are like building blocks. On their own, they may seem insignificant, but when combined over time, they create powerful change. One of the central concepts in the book is the distinction between goals and systems. While goals define what we want to achieve, systems are the processes that lead us there. The author argues that focusing only on goals can be misleading, because success is actually determined by the systems we follow every day. In other words, it is not enough to want a better outcome, we must build better habits that make that outcome possible. The book introduces the idea of identity-based habits. Instead of asking, "What do I want to achieve?" it encourages us to ask, "Who do I want to become?" This shift in perspective is crucial. When we align our habits with our desired identity, change becomes more natural and sustainable. For example, instead of trying to run regularly just to lose weight, a person might adopt the identity of a runner. Each small action then reinforces that identity. To explain how habits work, the book breaks them down into a simple 4-step loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. Every habit begins with a cue, a trigger that initiates behavior. This leads to a craving, or the desire to act. The response is the actual behavior, and the reward is the benefit we gain from it. Understanding this loop allows us to design habits more effectively. Based on this framework, the book presents 4 key laws for building good habits. The first is to make the habit obvious. This means creating clear and visible cues that remind us to act. For example, placing a book on a pillow can serve as a reminder to read before bed. By shaping our environment, we make good habits easier to start. The second law is to make the habit attractive. We are more likely to stick to habits that we enjoy or associate with positive feelings. One way to do this is by pairing a habit we want to build with something we already like. This creates a sense of anticipation and motivation. The third law is to make the habit easy. The easier a habit is, the more likely we are to do it. The book emphasizes the importance of reducing friction and starting small. Instead of aiming for a full workout, for instance, we can begin with just a few minutes of exercise. The goal is to establish consistency first, and then gradually increase intensity. The fourth law is to make the habit satisfying. Immediate rewards reinforce behavior, making it more likely to be repeated. While many good habits have long-term benefits, adding a short-term sense of satisfaction can help maintain motivation. The book also explains how to break bad habits by reversing these laws: make them invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. By removing triggers, increasing effort, and reducing rewards, we can weaken unwanted behaviors over time. Another important idea in Atomic Habits is the concept of continuous improvement, often referred to as getting 1% better every day. While this may seem like a small change, it compounds over time. Just as money grows through interest, habits grow through repetition. Small improvements, when sustained, can lead to significant transformation. The book also highlights the role of environment in shaping behavior. Rather than relying solely on willpower, it suggests designing surroundings that support good habits. For example, if healthy eating is the goal, keeping nutritious food easily accessible can make a big difference. By making good choices the default, we reduce the need for constant self-control. Throughout the book, there is an emphasis on patience and persistence. Change does not happen overnight, and results may not be immediately visible. This can be discouraging, but the key is to trust the process. Habits often work in the background, gradually building momentum until a noticeable breakthrough occurs. The idea of habit tracking is also introduced as a way to stay consistent. By recording progress, we create a visual reminder of our efforts, which can be motivating. It also helps us stay accountable and identify patterns in our behavior. In the end, Atomic Habits is not just about productivity or self-improvement, it is about understanding how small actions shape our identity and our future. It shows that lasting change does not require extreme effort or radical shifts, but rather a commitment to small, consistent steps. Ultimately, the book delivers a hopeful and empowering message: anyone can change their life by changing their habits. By focusing on the little things, we gain control over the bigger picture. And over time, those small changes can lead to extraordinary results.